Congratulations on your new baby. Huge fan of the podcast. I'm a 30-year-old naturalized citizen who immigrated from South Korea when I was 10. As an immigrant and now a proud American, I'm writing to you in regards to the current state of messy affairs going on at the White House. Why do you guys ask me this shit? You know I'm just a comedian. I'm going to solve this problem. Do you still think that Hill Dog would have been just as bad as our current president? With Trump's reaction, I'm not so sure anymore. Hillary might have been corrupt, as you mentioned in your previous podcast, but I believe she would not have taken such a radical, brash action based on intolerance and hatred. Not to that level, but they're going to keep the wars going. You haven't noticed, like Obama said he was going to end the wars, he was going to shut down Guantanamo. None of them did it. They're not going to do it. I can't get into this type of shit. Look, if you believe that this government, that governments act on what is right for people, rather than money, everybody past a certain level moves on money. That's it. Same thing in my business. Okay? Why don't they make better movies? Because they want to make money. Why are there so many cliches? Why are there so many shitty ones? It's the same fucking thing. Do I think Hillary would do something like that? No, I do not. I don't think that she would do something like that. Would she do a bunch of other evil things? My point in all of that shit, okay, when the amount of shit that Trump got during the election about being evil and a horrible fucking person, I never disputed any of that, but everybody was acting like Hillary was a good person. I say that she wasn't, and I was trying to get people to look at other options, which nobody's going to do because they just go, well, that's a waste of a vote because you're not going to win anyway. So my thing with American voters is you get exactly what you fucking deserve. If you don't have the balls to not fucking to do not vote for the representative of the Republican and the Democrats who've been fucking you over since the day you've been born, and try to get outside of this and try to pick somebody from a different fucking party that actually wants to call out bankers and calls out corporate corruption and deregulation and pharmaceutical companies and fucking genetically altered food, all of that shit that never gets fucking brought up with the two guys who are, the man and the woman are the two guys usually that are in the fucking the showdown between the Republican and Democrat. You get what you fucking deserve. So this whole fucking thing now, because Trump's such a colossal fuck up, which everybody already knew, okay? For you now to look at Hillary being like, well, it's like you're looking at two serial killers and Hillary buries the bodies, fucking under her house and Trump leaves them out in the fucking street. Therefore, you'd rather have Hillary. I mean, if that's, I don't know. But I can honestly tell you, just my own feelings that she's not a good person. Trump is not a good person. They're two horribly selfish fucking people. And I think a lot of people got caught up in the fact that with Hillary's fucking genitalia and the whole thought of, oh my God, if there's a woman president, what does that mean for fucking women? It's just like every president in my lifetime has been a guy. What has that meant for me as a guy? Nothing. It doesn't mean anything. Like that's like that disease in my business when you're a struggling artist and then all of a sudden you get a manager and an agent. You start thinking, when I can put my feet up, I don't have to work anymore. Yeah, you do. You're always going to have to work. You know why? Because nobody gives a fuck about you. And I hate to be so fucking bleak, but it's the truth. Nobody gives a shit. What Trump is doing is fucking horrible. It's not surprising. It isn't. In a weird way, it's actually causing a bunch of people to rally and push back against him. He's so fucking radical that I don't think he's going to survive. He's going to do a bunch of fucked up shit to like the midterm elections, and he's going to be so fucking out of hand that people are just going to run all the way to the other side of the boat. That's what always happens. The same way after 8 years of Bush. Oh, let's all run over to the guys with the blue ties and the blue bras. And you still get fucked, and then everybody runs over to the other side. So, whatever. I'm trying not to be preachy here, but like you kind of get what you deserve if you're going to go through the insanity of continuing to vote for whoever the Democrats or the Republicans are going to give you at that level. And you're not going to start at least voting for these other people to encourage more people to run outside of those two fucking parties. Other than that, I don't know what to tell you. All right, I'm done ranting here. Anyways, he said, I remember on Conan you said everything will be the same under Trump. I really hope to God that you are right. Dude, you know something? I'm getting so much shit for that Conan thing. You know something? Next time there's an election like that, you go on the day after the fucking thing and try to find some sort of a fucking angle. You know? Like it's my fault the day after the election that I say that Trump gets in. Okay? Everything has been the same under Trump for a guy like me and for most fucking people. If you're Muslim, yeah, you're fucked. That absolutely fucking changed. Okay? But they were not showing those people. They were showing a bunch of white women crying. That's what the fuck they were showing. You know, and then they go, oh, the fucking Planned Parenthood and all of that type of shit. I mean, I don't fucking know. I mean, what? Like, I think people fucking hate Trump, and for whatever reason, they want to yell at a comedian. So continue to yell at me. You know, I told you they were both pieces of shit, but, you know, after the election, I don't know. I just thought a lot of the screaming and yelling and fucking crying was a little much. It was a little fucking much. I understand you're disappointed, but crying, was so fucking pathetic. All right? You don't like the guy, do what the fuck you can to fight back against him. You don't just fucking break down crying like somebody took your toy away. I don't know. Maybe I'm too fucking, I don't know, cynical. But I've gotten so many tweets. You really don't think you're gonna fucking... Dude, shit changed when Obama came in. But did it really fucking change? You know what I mean? Because I guess for me, actually true change would, they would tell me, where exactly do my federal income taxes go? Where does that go? If it goes to the fucking IRS and they're a private corporation of bankers, they are not connected to the government, where does that fucking money go? Do the people at the upper echelon of the fucking Federal Reserve, do they actually even bother paying taxes, considering they're paying themselves? There's a nationwide heroin epidemic that people are saying was created by the pharmaceutical companies, was not even fucking brought up. They genetically altered our food, which is evidently so fucked up they got to try to force other countries to do it, and they're fighting back against them because they don't want it. And evidently it's so fucked up that these people, they don't even want to be forced to label food as genetically altered because they know people aren't going to buy it. There's all of that shit. All of that shit not only did not change under a president with a blue fucking tie, it continued to get worse. So now when a guy like Trump does something so obvious, now everybody's, oh my God, this guy's out of his fucking mind. Like this last guy. I mean, I'm not saying Obama's a bad fucking guy, but like, wasn't he just continuing on with the fucking warmongering and all of that shit? Am I out of my mind? Maybe I'm out of my mind. I don't know. See, I don't know, Bill. Maybe I'm paranoid, overreacting, just like those crazy liberal fucks out there, but I really do feel worried. It's one of those gut feelings that simmer deep down into your soul. I mean, come on. Even Gorbachev just said the world is preparing for war. Yeah, absolutely. But I don't think that's because of Donald Trump. I just think he's yet another guy. And if they say the world is not Donald Trump. It's a bunch of fucking people. You know what it really is? I don't give in to fucking hissy fits. You don't think clearly. If you're breaking down crying and just screaming that the fucking sky is falling, then you're not going to make any rational decisions. There's a bunch of groups that are going to help out those peoples at the airport that you can give money to. You can do shit like that. You can give money to them and you can pray to God that they're actually going to use it on them and not use expense accounts and go out and buy themselves a fucking Corvette. So I don't have any answers, but I will say this to people. You got to stop looking, you know, I don't know what it is about stand-up comedians, but we for some reason are get our feet held to the fire more so than people who are actually in the governmental positions. You know, you want to get mad at me because of what the fuck I said on the day after the fucking election on Conan? By all means do that. But, you know, I bet there was, how many of those fucking women at that women's fucking rally, how many of them you think actually voted? You know what I mean? All of this fucking outrage. Where were you on election day? I mean, there's been people who got busted bitching about Trump. They didn't even fucking vote. But whatever. Give me shit because I joked around when it was like a fucking funeral out here in Hollywood. I was just trying to calm people down. You see a bunch of adults crying on television. Yeah, it's unsettling. This is what I think's going to happen. I think this guy is going to go fucking sideways, and then he's going to go so sideways. The midterm elections, what's going to happen is they're just going to get a bunch of fucking Democrats in there to maybe level this guy out. But in the meantime, they'll keep deregulating the banks and all of that other shit. And in the end of the day, guys like Trump will be able to build a golf course and a fucking pipeline under and over any Native American land that they want to. That's what the fuck they want to do. People, they're so rich, they find the government to be a nuisance. That's what the fuck you're dealing with. And I don't know. That's what I think. All right? So there you go. And once again, I don't read or pay attention. So fuck off. And God bless the United States of America.